Today is Earth Day, and a recent survey took a closer look at one of the top things littered in the United States, cigarette butts, and what could be the environmental effects of all that litter. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth looked into that question today.
Well, let's say if the butts aren't cleaned up, they could be around for a very long time. The American Legacy Foundation surveyed 1,200 Americans, and more than half did not know cigarette butts are the #1 item littered every year on U.S. roads and beaches. American Legacy Foundation says 287 billion cigarettes were sold last year in the United States. 9 billion of those in Indiana and more than 13 billion in Ohio.
Cigarette butts, like all litter, is not a healthy thing in our environment. It's not like that just disappears because somebody's not putting it into their body.
Once they're in the ground, they won't go away.
Especially the filtered ones simply do not deteriorate. We talk about different kinds of litter problems that, have longevity of hundreds of years or tens of years or at least longer than you want to look at them. But cigarette butts are a bit different. They just never go away.
If a plant grows up and that chemical is brought into the plant cells and then an animal comes and eats it, those chemicals can go into their body.
So could cigarette butts have one positive impact?
Some really rare cases, they actually in compacted soil might be considered a little bit good because they retain some of the moisture and keep it a little bit more aerated. But that's such a rare case that it's really insignificant.
Cities continue to clean up cigarette butts in our streets and parks. The Legacy's president and CEO has a way to address this problem.
Probably the most efficient and effective would be to simply stop producing cigarettes with cigarette butts. A lot of people believe that cigarettes that have a filter are safer. They are not safer. So that is a myth.
In a survey done by the Legacy, most people knew cigarette butts were toxic and are aware that they are not biodegradable, and 73% of the people said they believe smokers should be responsible for cleaning up their own cigarette butts after they smoke.
Okay, thank you for that information, Randy.